Prepare to see behind the scenes of pop's greatest dynasty because Michael Jackson's death left behind more than just a hole in music history. It also left behind a fortune so vast and complicated that it is causing his family to fall apart. Wait till you hear how the Jackson dynasty is being rocked to its foundation by billions in royalties, estates, and debts. If you thought Thriller was complicated, stay until the very end and watch every minute of it, especially the last money saving. Advice you won't find anywhere else, since this is one all-too-real financial drama. The headlines read, King of Pop passes away, and Michael Jackson passed away in 2009. Beneath the tears and the international grief, however, was a more depressing tale, an estate with assets valued at over $500 million but plagued by debts, management costs, and lawsuits totaling around $400 million. On paper, that left about $100 million, which was divided among his mother Catherine, his 3 children, and numerous creditors. However, 10 years later, distributions have just begun to appear. The legal drama started right away. AEG Live filed a lawsuit for wrongful death damages, Sony filed a lawsuit for unpaid royalties, and Conrad Murray's settlement resulted in further legal costs. While siblings Jermaine, Janet, and Tito saw their shares decrease due to rising legal expenses, Catherine Jackson, acting as a state executor, attempted to keep the family together. Paris, Prince, and Blanket's trust funds are still embroiled in legal disputes. Every dollar is being used for court fees rather than the children's future. According to inside rumors, lawyers received the $40 million Sony deal, the first significant payout, before any Jackson heir received a dime. After that, a $300 million verdict in an AEG lawsuit was overturned on appeal, and the money disappeared back into court records. The estate sold half of Jackson's Sony or TV music catalog, which included his share of Beatles tunes, to Sony for $750 million in order to pay expenses. This windfall paid off one obligation, but sparked another dispute about the portfolio's undervaluation. According to current reports, the estate's net worth after taxes, fees, and ongoing legal disputes is approximately $150 million. Just $7 million is given to the kids annually, which is enough for private education and trust fund tutors, but it is a small portion of the fortune that Michael's supporters thought they would inherit. In infrequent interviews, Jermaine Jackson has admitted, "We're seeing our brother's legacy fade away as courtrooms profit. The biggest victimless crime, according to critics, is lawyers and managers making money off of the notoriety of victims." At 93, Catherine struggles with health problems that are exacerbated by guardianship stress. The 25-year-old Paris Jackson has petitioned the court to reclaim her portion, referring to the manager-executors as unnecessary gatekeepers. The hole grows as more legal bills are incurred with each request. Prince and Blanket, who are only entering adulthood, will have to go to court for the rest of their lives over choices they didn't make. What can we learn then? And how can you assist? Consider donating to charity in Michael's honor rather than purchasing estate merchandise. If you share his outrage, contributions to MusiCares or the Heal the World Foundation guarantee that his legacy helps those in need, something the Jackson family is presently unable to do with its complicated wealth. Share this article with #HiamJLegacy, donate to his charities, and tell people that true legacy lives in giving, not in locked safes and lawsuit settlements. If this financial tragedy of the Jackson estate touched you, because it demonstrates that love, not money, is the greatest wealth, when even a fortune this size leaves a family in tears.